Good night, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me tonight for a conversation that I'm going to have with this queen tonight. Really excited for you guys to learn what she has going on, and hopefully we can all learn something together. Hi, Amar, how are you doing tonight? So I'm going to, hi, Demi, how are you doing tonight? I'm going to, I can't see the screen right now, so good night to you all. I'm just sending this over to her, but I hope that your guys' Monday started like somewhat, that it started somewhat okay. I had McDonald's, let's be real. It wasn't a great start to the week. That's how I was feeling. That's what I wanted to eat. And yeah, so how's your guys' day going? Did anyone else have McDonald's today? I'm giving them free promo. Oh God. But yeah, like the weekend was pretty chill. I watched this new series, Ginny and Georgia. Don't know if you guys heard of it, or if you have any shows to recommend to me to watch. How is that not a great start? McDonald's is amazing. It truly is. It truly is, but guys, we gotta like let it go. It's really not good for us. Day went well, no McDonald's. Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. Loving the lipstick. Looks great on me. Thank you so much, Amar. I don't really do colors, but you know, trying a thing, so I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Queen of the South, listen, I was on that before they even put it on Netflix, and that was like my show, and I'm mad that like we haven't gotten another season yet because I want to see her like in the white suit if you're a diehard Queen of the South fan like that. But that is a really great show. If you're on here, you haven't watched it, like you should watch it. That show was like, was it like a loose adaptation of Griselda Blanco's show? Or not show, her real life story? I'm not sure, but day went good. My bus never showed up because someone on the bus had COVID, so I had to drive to school for 2 years. Oh, okay. First of all, I am very happy that you don't have COVID and that you're blessed enough to. And secondly, that's crazy. That's crazy. Good night, Mama Bear.
Hi.
How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing?
Fine. She's louder than both of us, okay? So you could like whisper, you could do all of those things. She's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
They're on Mommy's chest. It's super knocked out.
Yeah, almost. She'll be sleeping in a second.
That's as loud as it will get tonight.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I'm so happy we finally get to speak tonight. Jamisa, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Jamisa?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I just always like to make sure because, as I said, beginning of the year and moving on, because we just don't have Black History February, but all year, all the times around, we pronouncing the full name. We're not shortening it. We're not all the things. So
Yeah, unapologetically, you gonna get these syllables. You gonna
you
get.
gonna get these syllables. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So good night. Oh God, I'm already so loud. But
No, it's okay. She can't hear you. I have it in the earpod. But
okay. Oh, awesome. Okay. So welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Downtown. Don't waste no time with negativity. And we have CEO Queen and Mother, just boss all around here joining us today. And it's Jamisa McIvor. And I'm really excited to have you here today. How are you?
I'm fine. Listen, I had a long day, but it was like a really good day. I watched a dog. I stood in the line for Rita's for like an hour and a half. Like my day was crazy, but I survived it. It was literally like an hour and a few minutes, and every part of me wanted to get out the line, but the kids was having so much fun they forgot they were in line. Because you see one of four, okay?
Yeah.
Now, the other three, bath and bed, they're fine. She's like, no. Are you gonna go talk on Instagram? I want to come too, so she can come. She's here.
Oh, well, hi, mamas. Thank you for coming tonight. They'll play, and then they play shy. Like, come on, be with me. But yes, thank you so much. And I really do love and respect everything that you are doing. Oh my gosh, like I'm so excited for people now tuning in and people watching this like later on, because we'll be on the website to just like truly be inspired by your journey. So let's start with what inspired you. You know, what I've been taught is get a job, you stick with that job, you work at that job, you save, and that's life pretty much. I come from a like Caribbean family first to, you know, so that's pretty much what it is. And your story is, it's not regular, you know. With all the flowers today, your story isn't regular. You know, you definitely started from the bottom. On top of that, motherhood. Like, just what was that like for you?
It was a journey. It was okay, and I have a puppy. It was a journey, but I have never been a regular person, so I never expected my story to be regular. Now I can't sit here and lie to you and tell you, hey, I saw this coming. Like, I can't say that. But what I can say is I've always been a person that was more like, why not? So I never looked at stuff like, why? Like, I told someone, like, I think it might have been like Saturday or Sunday, don't let life happen to you.
You're just giving all these keys
already. I'm sorry. I'm telling you. Listen, it's crazy because you know how you hear people wait for this? That might really be a thing. That's why it's like so easy for me. So I didn't prepare for it. I didn't know. I had zero interest in real estate. I mean, I didn't know enough about it. I didn't prepare for it, no.
But probably in a way that, like, earlier in life, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, so we're given tools sometimes, you know.
We don't know, and then it comes out later on. So I would say like being resilient, just the core principles is what helps me to be really successful now. Staying resilient, not taking no for an answer, realizing that life doesn't happen to us but for us. So I've always been that type of person, like my whole life. Like I've always been that type of person. So when it came down to my grandmother's house, it was the same thing. Like, so a lot of people, they don't get inheritance. They don't get like things passed down to them. They didn't. And it's like, I would love to just say, hey, I was a trust fund kid, but I wasn't. I earned that. Because even in my younger years, I took care of her. Like, I took care of my grandma. She has a lot of grandchildren. She said, hey, you are the one.
You're the one, Angel.
You got to earn that. You got to earn. She didn't go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. She was like, no, she got this. She knows what's going on. Yeah. And I didn't know what was going on, but I knew enough to figure it out. So here I am, 19 years old, have a property. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. I got to figure it out. My grandma passed away. How do I fix it up? I don't have enough money. Well, you find enough money, right? I try to make it a thing. I tried to get help. That didn't work. I tried to pay for it myself with contractors. That didn't work. So I said, you know, you should sell it. Now, when you say sell your grandmother's house, it's like a dark cloud, right? Yeah. People are like, you should not sell Granny's house. Why would you do that? Oh, my God. But I feel like that's a dark cloud for you. It's never what you do. It's always how you do it. Now, to sell grandma's house and buy some Chanel bags, that would have been awesome. That would have been bad. That would have been horrible. But to sell grandma's house and create a legacy for everybody and her family, that was like a humble flex. And now all I knew was that, okay, if one house got me this much money, I have to go get more houses. And then I also knew this sale can't be in vain. You better make it right. Like, that was my whole thought process behind it. Like, what would I want to do if she was still here? I would want to make her proud. I would want to show her what's possible. Grandmoms are grandmoms. Very complacent. Like you said, very traditional. Work, save, buy a house, hold on to it. But by holding on to things so tight, you never open your hand to receive anything new. So, all right, Grandma, I heard what you said. This all we got. But this is not all that we have to have. So hold on, let me figure it out. And that's really what I did. It's so simple. I remember my first, like early on, my first couple interviews were so blah. Because they're like, how did it happen? I'm like, I sold the house and I bought more. Like, I kept saying it. Like, it was so normal. They was like, yeah, we got to redo that. Why? It was like, well, what, like, how would you do it? And I was like, oh, because I'm so used to just the forward thinking. Like, I do not see obstacles. I do not see roadblocks. I do not acknowledge failure. I do not. That's a me thing. I'm very, very strong. That's a me thing.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's a me thing.
here at downtown, we say eat fruit and mind your business. Okay. And when we listen, and when we say fruit, we mean that in the physical sense, of course. It's great for your skin, your yoni, all the things. And we mean that in the spiritual sense. And right now, like, you are truly giving a lot of fruit. Like, we're not even 10 minutes deep. Like, you're giving the fruit,
man.
all the fruit. But like, let me just scale it back for those just joining in, where it's like, why versus why not? I know you said you've always been this way, but what early in your life, Jamisa, can you really say that helped you to be this person, to exude this positivity, this the glass is half full, not half empty, like, perspective on life? Because it's not easy to be like that.
No,
I
it's
feel
not.
like you're like that. People try you even more.
Oh, they play with me all the time. You think it gets better when you rank up? Oh no, they try it
Oh
more.
no.
But I am the eldest. I have 10 younger siblings, right? So wait, because I'm completely transparent. I have been both.
Yeah.
I've been negative Nancy. I have been the victim. I have been the, oh my God, life's
Ooh.
not fair type of person. I have been that person. But
Ooh.
what I realized is nobody's coming to save you. So after a while, it's no longer victim. It's like volunteer. Like, you want to be here going through this. Save yourself. If you're not happy with how things are, save yourself. If you're not happy with the environment that you're in, change it. If you don't like the company that you keep, get out of it. So I tried both. And that just be open-minded, right? Okay, this is not working for me. Let me try this. The same
But
way now,
some people, I will admit, you know, I've had my times in life, I'm sure you've had your times in life as well, where we hear that voice, we hear the universe or whatever people want to call it, telling us, yo, this is what you need to do. You need to not be with this man. You need to not go out with this friend. You need to not spend this money. You need to not buy, like, all the things. And we'll ignore that voice at times. And then things start happening. You're like, oh, why isn't it working in my favor? Why is this happening? And we don't know why.
Yeah,
But it's
we
because
know why. You know why. Like, and that's one thing. Like, you know why. And I mean, I'm young. I'm 27, right? And there's still room for growth, I believe, no matter what age you are.
Definitely.
But in order to be yourself, you have to know yourself. You have to know. See, here's the thing. Everybody's put here for a reason. Like, you spoke on spirituality.
Yeah.
It takes too much to create a human being for you to be placed in the world to be average or regular. We have a job to do. The longer you ignore the core principles, you are prolonging the inevitable. We don't stay here forever. We have to die, right? So you have to make the best out of the situation while you're here. And when you start to, because they say obedience is greater than sacrifice. When you start to follow your gut, life does get easier. It's like we're all trying to play roles in movies that don't belong to us. Everybody can't be a Beyonce. You can't sing, girl. Everybody can't be Sierra. We don't got the beat and the tune. We can't do. Everybody can't be a mom. Everybody can't be a lawyer or a judge. There's a chain of command. We all have an order. So I feel like we've all ignored the voice. I did. Sometimes I still ignore the voice. Right now the voice is like, go bigger, and I'm like, I like it here. He's like, I'm gonna make you uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my God, man.
You gotta go.
So we definitely all ignore it, but it's like, for what? It takes the same amount of energy to be great, to be successful, to be happy. Matter of fact, I'm lying. It actually takes more energy to be the opposite. Seriously. Think about being miserable. Think about that. You think about how hard it is to wake up to a life every day that you hate. I've done it, so I know. Like, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking, I mean, at you guys. I'm talking to you. I've done it. I've done it. Why exhaust all of that energy when you can use the same amount or less to do what you're supposed to do? We wasn't put here to be ruined. We weren't put here for that.
I love, like, I've never heard it put that way, but I'm definitely gonna, like, stick with that, and I will credit you the whole way, because look how complicated the process is to make us. We are really not meant to be here, to be basic, to be regular. No, we're destined for greatness. Ooh, Queen, a lot, oh gosh. Loving it.
I love that noise. I want that noise at my house.
How do you know I'm Jamaican? Listen, but you know, when you look at around you, right? Sometimes it can be very difficult, especially when, okay, I can only speak on myself, so I'll use myself as for your example, right? Where I have all these dreams and goals, and you're looking around you, you don't see anyone right there that has reached those dreams and goals, but it's this feeling that you can't shake inside. Now, obviously, I'm sure with this process of your grandmother's house, etc., you did not know that it would lead you to where you are today.
No,
Right?
absolutely not. Mm.
But when you think about, you knew at some point in your life you wanted better.
Yeah, and that's it. So now here's the thing. That is it. And we overcomplicate. That's the dog. And we
Okay.
overcomplicate that process extremely because we try to figure out all the steps. They say faith of a mustard seed. They don't say blueprint. They don't say complete strategy. They don't say a full-on vision. They don't say that. If that was the case, God would play a slideshow for us in the beginning and he'll say, hey, go do that. They don't say all of those things. So up, you're about to go. So yeah, you can't plan out your whole life because it's never gonna go the way that you want it to go.
I'm sorry, Mom. Can we get some hearts for your beautiful, like...
Oh, we can't say hi, Maven.
Guys,
say
can we
hi.
get some hearts in the comments for, like, hello, princess, how are you?
Hello.
You know, and it's...
No.
And thank you. Hi. And thank you for bringing her today because this is it.
Yeah,
this is
it was intentional. Listen, my husband's here. My mother-in-law's here. They're here, and I could easily say here. But this was intentional too because a part of what you wrote in the description was, I'm telling moms and wives and single moms, because like you gotta wear this like a badge of honor. Everybody uses anything they can as an excuse. I can't go live because I have my baby. My baby might cry. Okay, she might cry. She might cry, but she might not.
She might
How do you know how do you know what's going to work for you unless you try it? Like, I brought babies to closing tables. I breastfed one time during the interview. It's the thing. You got to understand what's made for you is made for you. It's not going to be anything, any person, any situation that's going to stop you from getting what you want. The only thing that can stop you is you. So, yeah, she's banging on the table. And she's making noise.
That's okay, because we can hear perfectly.
Then that's what I was going to say. That's okay. But
look
some
how
people,
much love she's getting.
they're like so molded. They like in this thing of, oh my gosh, I can't. I have to look like this. I have to be like this. I have to.
You don't.
You don't. No, you
That's
don't.
when you look crazy. When you're trying to look like somebody else. I cannot go and look like Kim Kardashian.
You can't.
I'm going to look crazy. It's not for me. I don't got... It ain't that. You know what I mean? You have to be yourself. And I love women like you and queens like you that truly inspire, because a lot of the times, you know, friends will make you feel like you're crazy if you were to just say it to them, but you show them as well, like, hey, I'm a mother, I'm like, I have a family, but like, I'm not going to let this hold me back from doing what I want to do. Everyone has 24 hours.
They do, and you can do what you want with it. Like, I get that question often, like, how do you balance? How do you balance? There is no balance. There's no such thing as the word balance. See, like, it's different. Like, we look out in the world, and like you said, it's not many of us that we see to give us something to mirror, right? So we looking at the Kim Kardashians, the Beyoncés of the world, and I mean, obviously we don't see their nannies on camera, but I know in the back of your mind, you're like, where's her kids? You're like, where's her kids, right? And you think about that, and not for nothing, we need au pairs and we need nannies. I'm at the stage right now, I have the help, but to not have the help is not a hindrance from your success. This actually, the whole mom thing, I would say that was like the 10x motivation right there. It's not just for you.
Shout out to Grant Cardone.
It's not just for you at this point. I can't afford to let her down. Hello. Okay, now you want to leave now? Yes?
No.
Maybe.
You don't want to say bye to her yet.
She keeps smiling. She thinks everything is a joke.
I feel like the world, like, we need her right now. If you're okay, like, she just... No,
she's fine. She's not bothering me. She could just slobber on me. That's all she does. Slobber and love me.
No, it's beautiful. And I think about, like, when I was in high school, and there was this queen I used to go to school with, and we were friends, like, and she got pregnant in high school. And I remember, like, seeing her in high school having to go up and down the stairs. Yeah. And, like, just our whole process. And I wish that I knew someone like you. Yeah. Then to be like, sis. Yeah. Here you go. Like, this ain't end all be all. I don't know where she is in the world now. I hope everything is, you know, blessed. But I just think about moments like that. And I think about what you're doing for people out there. And You could have just simply kept this information to yourself. What convinced you to say, you know what, I'm going to share this with other people? I'm not only going to help myself and my family, but I want to help other women out there, whether they're with family or not, to be better in life.
Well, that was an accident too. I was just so excited because I was a cashier. That is a real thing. If you go scroll on my Instagram, you'll see me with my ShopRite uniform on. Like, that's the thing.
Yep.
So once I realized how easy it was, because it wasn't difficult. Like, okay, so I started once I got the money. But then when I started doing it, I realized it could be done without all of that money. I was like, wait a minute. So all this time I've been holding myself back because what you don't know, you don't know. I'm like, why didn't I go learn this? So I'm like, people can't know this. Like, I'm thinking like I was going crazy. So I was like, try this, try it. Just go see. I want you to try it. They started to do it and it started to work. Wow. So then they started to send people. Yeah, she said, do this, go to her. I don't remember exactly what, but she said this. And then people started to come to me. Even to this day, I still take pride in it, being heavily referral based. But after a while,
which is to me the best option. Like, that is
time to run ads. I have 4 kids and a dog. I cannot be running ads. The content. I don't have time to do content. I'm gonna take a picture when I go out. But for the most part, you're gonna get this sweatpants. You can get this T-shirt. You say you got the full beat on, or you gonna get this natural. Like 10 minutes before the live, I had my straight back. I had to throw the wig on, right? Okay. So I don't have time for all of those things. And when you do good work, literally what you put out is what you get back. So it really just started by me sharing this. Like, I just tried this and it worked. I just tried this and it worked. And then people started to try it. And you know, once it becomes a proven method, that's really it. So then I'm like, okay. It was one of my close friends. They were like, yeah, it's a business. You get an LLC. I'm like, what's that?
Listen, it's all about
because I had no idea. Yeah. So then I got the LLC. And then I just was following the motions. Everything was trial and error as a growing business. And then before you know it, I ended up here. Literally, it's like it doesn't feel like 6 years. It might be 7. I don't feel like it was that long. It's so crazy because it still feels new to me. I'm still very passionate about it. I still get the same feelings when I'm talking to clients. Like, it hurt me to not be able to talk to clients. It grew so big. And then, it gets out of hand. You get 101 emails. I'm like, I can't email everybody back. So then you get a staff. I'm like, I don't want to talk to them. I love them, right? But I love it. And I just feel like it's such a necessary thing because I feel like we've been given a role. Like I said, it's like being in a movie that you didn't audition for. Like, they told us we were slaves. They skipped the part about us being kings and queens and rulers of nations. And they skipped that. They skipped it. But they told us we were slaves. And because we didn't know or see anything else, we listened to what they said, right? For all of that time, even now, they tell us that we're workers, right? But to be quite honest, any job that you have is just an entrepreneur's dream that got bigger. Any company that you work for, it was an entrepreneur who started a company and it got so big, he then had to hire help. So you got the same qualities as, why not? Right?
Exactly.
They say that we are like, because the Bible says, I am the lender and not the borrower. That's what the Bible tells you about real estate, actually. If we're like being honest about it, it does say that. But instead, we want to rent for 150 years. And then it's crazy because when you think about you stop it, doggy. When you think about how much one would pay in rent, like if you look at whatever your monthly rent is, and you times it by 12, and then times it by 3, the 3 years you were there, you spent more than enough to buy a house. And the crazy thing is, the only difference between the renters versus the owners is that you believe in that person so much more. You value your landlord so much. Like, I have to pay them or they're going to kick me out. If you held that same value for yourself, it would be, let me save my money so I can get my own. Have that same energy. Have that same energy. And even if you're saving this much and it takes you a little bit longer, you still got it done. You still got it done because, I don't know, I just feel like we just give ourselves the easy way out in a lot of situations.
No, it's true.
This is already established. They have the house. Let me just pay them.
It is so true. So let me ask you, another standard question that we do have here at Downtown is, what is a recent situation where it was definitely negative, but somehow, some way, Jamisa, you found a way to overcome? You might have even surprised yourself, and you chose not to give in to that negative energy and move and press forward.
And you saying recently?
It doesn't have to be recent. Or it doesn't even have to be a specific.
I was gonna say, even how I started, that was negative. When I sold the house, I got 150, and I found out I could have got 350. That was really bad. But I want to say recent. I want to talk about it now. I feel like it's a lot of things that actually go bad.
That in itself, right?
Yeah, cause life, like every day, it's a different thing.
Something
come out of the woodwork, and it's like, what? I don't know. It's crazy because I don't really acknowledge negative stuff. Like, and it happens all the time, but I'm such a problem solver. I don't know. Let me think about it. That's a good question. Let me think about something that I felt like was negative enough to actually break the ice, because it'd be negative all around, and I'm not here for that. I rebuke it. That's me. That's my whole thing.
It's like you're so like, it's like you're so not guarded, but like, you know what I mean? You're so protected that
you have to be.
It comes in your direction and naturally just bounces away because
you have to be. And it's crazy. Anybody, I don't know if it's any of like my friends, I know my followers are here, but anybody that personally knows me know that this is really how I act all the time. I'm like, okay, problem solved. Like that's a real thing for me. I had never been a Debbie Downer. I have never been one to let anything really get the best of me. That's really crazy because I'm thinking about it. And the fact that you said it was negative and I can't even acknowledge, I told you I don't acknowledge negativity. Like, that's a real thing. It's like I'm not playing with it. I gotta really think about it. That was a good question.
Thank you. Oh yeah, that for sure. Yeah. So, but you know what? That's the answer in itself, right? I find like successful people like yourself, when I speak with you, it's like negative stuff happen all the time. But when you're so focused on the goals and the positive aspects and doing what like you're meant to be focused on, it doesn't even phase you. Okay, what's next?
You can't really. It can't be a thing. Okay, I got one. It's real estate related.
Okay,
this made me so mad. So it's these two properties that I was purchasing. Like I was in the process of purchasing. Really prime real estate. I'm talking about those two properties alone are worth $1 million in itself, right?
Yes.
Got them under contract. Everything was going good. Right. The person that I was purchasing the house from had a newsy family member that was like, no, you can sell it for more. Let's do this. So while we were under contract, they tried to sell it to somebody else. Now that somebody else was an oppressor. Obviously, we wasn't the same. The person I was buying from, we were the same. Right? So they called my phone and was like, yeah, so I know that you got this property under contract. It was this guy so condescending, it was crazy. And I don't play the race card often because they have white privilege, but I have rich privilege. And I know how to use it. Like, so if you want it, like, how you want to go about it? So I don't even play the race card, but this specific person was heavily condescending. Like, yeah, so you signed the contract, but I see two different notaries, so I'm assuming that this is fraud. Like, he started going in on my voicemail.
Why would you assume that it's fraud?
On my voicemail, okay? Right? So I checked my voicemail. I called back like, hello? It's like, you called the right number. Hello?
Yeah, like, who are you?
And I was like, well, it was just me being prepared for stuff like that, knowing my real estate stuff. I said, well, first of all, what you're doing is harassment. I'm going to file a Liz Pendis on the property. I'm also going to contact my lawyer and file a cease and desist because you called me a fraud on my voicemail. Like, got him together.
Proof, everything.
Got him like, boom, 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 right? And this was like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. The next morning, the owner of the company he worked for called and was like, I am so sorry. We will reprimand him. I am so sorry. Listen, it was so crazy because that really made me feel away for a few reasons. I worked this hard and you just want to assume because I'm this person, it got to be fraud. He went as far as Googling me and everything. Was like, yeah, so if this is how you made your company, like he was going off, right? And a part of me could have just crumbled because it's like, you work so hard and your work is still not acknowledged. It's not okay. Yeah. Job well done, you beat me to it. You're the better person, you got to do. It's none of those things. It's, oh, I had to do something wrong because I did it better than he did. Come to find out he was a wholesaler. He wasn't buying it anyway. I'm such a nice person. I was like, no, don't fire him. I'm not going to sue you guys. And I end up doing business further with the company that he worked for. But that was a negative situation, though. He came right, like, you know, energy is a big thing. It is. He came at me. My first thought was, oh, I'm cursing him out. Like, I'm cursing him out. But when I got on the phone, it was just a peace over me because this was a perfect opportunity for him to know
don't judge a book by its cover. You have no idea who you're talking to. You have like, you see a little young black girl. You have no idea what I know, who I know, and how I can destroy you.
Facts.
And the power that I had to destroy you, I didn't, which makes me that much more powerful. Which lets you know you wasn't even worth it to me.
Exactly.
But I accept your apology anyway. And good luck on your next deal. So, yeah, that was something that, yeah, it really made me mad. It pissed me off.
A true queen. Wow. So, like, what do people, do you get negative feedback in regards to your age and your success? Because people are real judgy out here. To me, actually, when I hear stories like yours, I'm like, amazing. This is, I like, you know what I mean? It's encouraging and motivation to me. But for whatever reason, there's people on the other side of the fence that, hateration.
I would say yeah, but I'm very, very
lack of respect.
Yeah, because I'm transparent, I kind of don't really leave room for that. I've had people tell me all kind of things. Somebody thought I had a sponsor. Because the thing is, I have a lot of properties, but I don't have debt. I have one mortgage, right? So I've had a lot of people, well, how did you do it? Well, it's impossible. And I'm like, this way. Boom, 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 boom. Like, it's so together. I don't really have nothing to hide because I don't really have nothing to prove. I'm not doing it for the people. I'm doing it for myself. And it's like I'm so high up. Not out of touch, but I'm so high up that I see it coming. Like, I know you mad. Why you mad? Because you gotta go through all these gimmicks and I can sit home in a onesie all day and still be okay. Like, I get it, I understand, but I feel like you don't fight negativity with negativity. When you meet it with positivity, you automatically shut it down. Because if you come to me crazy and then I meet you with an equal amount of crazy, we both look crazy.
Yeah.
But when you come to me with crazy, I have a chance to either teach you something or have you looking stupid. You ever saw one person arguing with another person and that other person just calm?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I like her. She's classy.
Yeah.
I want to be that because the reason why a person is like saying anything bad about me is a reflection of themselves. You feel like it can't be done because you couldn't do it. So I'm the person that tell you that you can do it and this is how you do it. But yeah, it happens all the time. Oh, you're so young. You're this, you're that. Like my husband, I keep my private life really private, so I rarely show my kids. Somebody thought I was like married to a sugar daddy. Like my husband is my age. I've heard so many crazy stories. Like she was like, oh my god, I thought you were married to like someone much older. I was like, yeah, because God forbid I got it on my own. She was like, no, I know you got your own money. I'm just saying, like I get crazy stuff all the time.
Yo, the assumption that is
crazy.
Yeah. But you know what, girl? That's like when someone rich would always drive like the nice whip to the hood. You know, you gotta let people see it to know it's real. So people gotta see you. They gotta learn your name, and they will learn your name, and just continue to watch you win. Yeah, whether they're with it or not. You know. Yes. So when it comes to like the real estate game, right? And obviously I know people ask you this probably all the time. Just humor me, right? What are the things that they need to get started to start business with you?
With me or in general?
With your investment with Rosebud investment.
Oh, so with me, literally you just need time. Like I would say an hour, but I'm lying. Maybe like an hour and a half. Because I always tell people you are only 4 types of people. So you're a person who has money and credit, you're a person who has money, no credit, a person who has credit, no money, or the person who's like, I don't have either of those things. But you can't fall outside of those 4. Right? So you look at real estate as such a broad thing. You are only one of these 4 people. So now when you figure out which one of those 4 you are, you can like realize what your strategy needs to be to tackle it. So we spend that hour and some change just figuring out, hey, who are you? So if you're the person with credit and money, I'm like, so what kind of house you want to buy? Because you're ready to go. If you're the person with money, no credit, I teach you how to use your money to leverage your credit, right? Because credit is not a necessity, but it is an asset if you have it. If you're a person who does not have either, listen, I give $41,000 worth of credit away to boost people's credit score. So now at least you got somewhat of a credit score. I teach you how to wholesale. I teach you how to navigate the auction. Like they were having $600 properties. I think I helped like 300 people get those. Right? So now, and that was like in a Philadelphia auction. So now everybody's coming to me like, oh no, the auction, now it's $10,000, not 600. Well, I was telling y'all for like 5 years, eventually they was going to take, turn the price up. But even with that, get the properties before they go to auction.
Yeah.
They still have the inventory. Get it beforehand.
Exactly.
So literally just with my program, with my real estate investment call, we figure out exactly what type of person you are and then create a step-by-step blueprint for you to get to the next, because it's not difficult. Real estate, I literally had a person buy a $5,000 property, I think last week, one of my clients, at another auction. So I pretty much just help you think outside the box and educate you on the things that you don't know. Because there's some things that you just won't know.
I love that. How important, I know it's something you're a part of, but how important do you feel like real estate is for like people, but like us, to like know about and be educated about? Because right,
that's crazy, because I feel like literally, without sounding crazy, I feel like our life depends on it. We as a people don't have anything. And you're talking to a person who's worth like, so I'm not even going to talk about the commas and the zeros, but me having that is not enough. When you think about the net worth of us as a whole, we don't have anything. Like, okay, for instance, if I got a $1 billion deal drop on the table tomorrow, I can't tell you 5 different people I could come to make that deal come alive. I would have to partner with other people. And that's not cool to me. And when you think about real estate, it's everything that we had. Our food is grown on farmland. It's what you eat. Air rights is what you breathe. You drive every day. Somebody owns that driveway. When you die, you get buried. Somebody owns that grave. Like, you can't do anything at all without real estate. I don't even care what job you have. You're going to a job site. Somebody owns that plot of land. So when you think about it, and just the level that we settle for, first of all, the land is ours. They died for it. They mined the crops. They did all of it. So you think about the ancestors and you think about like Black Lives Matter and the movement. How much does it matter to us? Like, we can scream that all day and night. We can
all day long. Yeah.
But what are we doing to make it ours?
Yeah.
And not for nothing, you're going to meet obstacles. You're going to have the people who feel like you don't belong there. You're going to have the people who feel like you don't deserve it. But that's because we don't show up for ourselves the right way. Like, when I show up in certain places, they're like, oh my God, what's she doing here? Especially because I come correct. When I come correct, they're like, oh my God, she's serious. I am. And the crazy part is they're so used to not seeing us that when they do see one of us, they scared. They shook. Yeah. Because we're only known for one thing. You could be in, okay, no lie. I was with 10 of my colleagues last week. We went to Cabo. We went to go get on a private jet, right? Yeah. We are at, it wasn't Atlantic Aviations. That was the other one. We were in Atlanta, chartering a jet. And this lady comes in, Caucasian, and she was like, oh my gosh, are you guys like shooting a TV series or something? She was like, are you guys like on Housewives or something? Swear to God, she said it. And it wasn't that she said it that was offensive. It was her confidence. Because how y'all about to afford to get on the G4? Y'all gotta be on TV. Listen, I do real estate. One of my other friends did credit. One of my other friends did student loans. Like, everybody that was there was not on TV. I mean, I was on TV for something different, completely unrelated. But in their mind, we can't go past being show monkeys. Like that, we are in the circus. We playing basketball. We modeling. We are brand managers. We're good enough to sell their products for them, but this is like a pimping thing. It's a whole little bit. They pimp us severely. Severely. It's no value until I give it value. That's why we're being gentrified. However, you can't tell me that if we took more pride in our neighborhood, they would have been able to come in and do that. How y'all gonna give us 3 stories and a rooftop deck if we already built their house up? How? What you gonna do if I already did it? And I feel like we're gonna show up correct. So when it comes to real estate, it's like, what else you gonna do? Right. What else do you have? What else can you give your children? We hate this world. We hate what they put us through. Yet we have jobs that one day we gotta quit so our kids can do what? What happens to your kid? What do you do after that? They get a job. Exactly. They get a job. That helps you because you're struggling because you ain't get rich. Exactly. Why you ain't get rich? Like what? And when you think about wealth as a whole, the only way to really guarantee it is with real estate and insurance. But that's why we don't even talk about life insurance. People don't get life insurance because it's an expense that they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay the expense, right? They don't even know that life insurance has a life benefit. You can become a bank using insurance. You can become a millionaire with insurance. All wealthy people. Oh, I'm sorry, princess. All wealthy people, if you look at the assets they have, it's real estate and insurance. Yeah. But we have our people out here dying without insurance because they're trying to make money. The whole time, the money is the insurance. It's crazy. It's the whole world out there. I just feel like
it's not crazy. It's not crazy. And these things need to be said, and more people need to say this out loud so people know it's real. Like, literally, I was just having this conversation. I had an interview earlier today, and randomly, I don't even know why I decided to like speak to her about it, but I was like, McDonald's is not even like considered really a restaurant. It's a real estate company. Like, people don't realize that. And when it comes to breaking generational curses and really doing the things to have your child not feel like they need to get a job, but just like the other people's children, they could just come to the company and their life is set. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what you're trying to do. And that's what the queens in here are trying to do. And it's like when people can meet someone like you, whether it's virtually or in person, to be like, I'm not alone. I don't know exactly what it is I want to do, but I'm not alone. There's other women like you that are getting it, that start from the bottom, that have real stories, that, you know, like I say, people, I don't want no one around me really that hasn't gone through nothing. Because when things go sour, or whatever the case is, you don't know what to do. You're a deer in headlights. You're running scared. They're not a problem. I forgot the term the person used earlier, but I really liked it. A slayer, like a problem slayer, you know? But it's beautiful.
You have to be.
Yeah. No, sorry, you go ahead, Jamisa.
No, I was just saying you have to be a problem solver.
You do. And in life, it's full of problems. They're never gonna go away. Just similar to bills, it's never gonna go away. But it's how you put it together, and by being in tune and having the right people around you, you know.
Right.
I want to speak to you about your tribe, because that is beautiful. You know, to be able to go on private jet and be with your friends, and you turn to the left, your brethren can get it, and to the right, your brethren can get it. In Toronto, that's slang for a friend, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, speak on how important it is to have that type of tribe around you.
Your net worth is your network, because nobody is self-made. Like, that's weird. Nobody is self-made. So I think it's really important to have people around you, because I can learn from everybody, no matter what room I'm in. I'm one of those people that I look for knowledge and I look for information. So that's one of my ways of turning negatives into positives. So I'll be in a situation and I'm just listening for one thing I didn't know, because I don't know everything. I'm just listening for that one thing. So I take pride in being around people who can educate me and who can teach me. But when you guys are choosing a tribe, you have to create like a full circle with it. Not everybody in your tribe is going to be there to educate you. Yeah. Some of them is going to be there to support you. Yeah. Some of them are going to be there to nurture you. Some people in your tribe are going to be there to hurt you so that you can learn, right?
Whew,
I mean, how you know how to take a punch unless somebody punch you? How do you know? How do you know to see it coming? You don't. So I think that, and then some people are not even there long term. Some people are only there for seasons. So you have to know what you need. You have to know what you need, and you have to be willing to accept it. So when creating a tribe, be really intentional about it, and don't be picky. So I don't go out like, oh, I want all friends that can dress real nice. Yeah. Don't do that. I want all rich friends. I don't do that. Right? I look for genuine, authentic people. That's it. And to be quite honest, now I don't even look. I attract what I am. Ooh. I always add value, no matter where I am. I'm never afraid to overshare. I'm never afraid to give. So because of that, I attract givers. I attract people who are willing to share because they know I'm not out to get them. So in order for you to attract good things, you just got to be a good person. Like, don't be a leech. You looking for a good tribe. Don't show up with a straw trying to suck everybody dry. No. What can you do? How can you? Right? And even at the level that I'm in, it's crazy. I'll walk in rooms and they won't know who I am, what I own. They won't know. Until somebody else is like, you know, that's the girl with the, and they're like, oh. And I'm like, hi. Because I'm Jamisa first. Anybody who ever met me, they know I'm so humble.
Yeah.
I'm so humble. I might pull up in a car that was 300,000. I'll park her in the corner, or I'll get my driver to drop me off. Literally, because I want you to know me first. I want you to know who I am as a person, so that you're comfortable sharing who you are as a person. I don't want you to feel like, oh, she has this, so I have to be that. Because the world is not really accepting, right? And I know that. So I know that a lot of people have to put their game face on before they go outside. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah. No, I love that. And everyone that, has watched interviews with me before, like, I'm all about the realness. Like, keep it real with me. Keep it 100. Because to me, there's no point in being fake or putting on that facade, because then when it's almost like with numbers, when people will fake their social media numbers or something, like, ooh, that's not going to help you in the end, because then say if you're an artist and you faked your numbers and then now you book a show thinking you're going to see 20,000 people because you got 20,000 followers. It don't work that way.
No.
You really have to make real connections with people. And I feel like people can really feel when you're about what you say you're about. Jamisa McIvor is about what she says she's about.
And I just feel like you're going to see it. I don't really have to say it. Yeah. Because that's the thing about pretending. You're going to forget.
Yes, you will.
You can't come up with all of it. You're going to forget. Oh, maybe it's because I got bad memory sometimes, but I can't afford to be playing with people.
Seriously.
They're like, remember you said? I said, what? Did I say that? Sorry. I meant this. Like, you don't want to do that. And like, even with faking numbers and all of those things, with inflating, I don't do that either. You know why? Because you put all those numbers in front of you because you felt empty. But all those numbers was fake. You tried to fill a void with water. Didn't work. It didn't work. So y'all really, like I said, you just got to be intentional. Once you start loving yourself, everything just works. You have to love yourself, and you have to know you are enough. You are enough for the role that you was given. I think a lot of people just go wrong because they're trying to be everybody else. Because you fake numbers because you want to be an influencer. Well, who you influencing? The frauds? Because the real people ain't looking for that. I'm cool with my 25. Give me my 25. I'm okay with it. And then naturally it'll grow, right? But everybody got it in them. Like, everybody is great in their own way. Some people don't even realize how great they are because they're seeking to get the greatness of someone else. I want to be great in her way. I want to be great in her way. I want to be great in her. Instead of just being your own greatness, like, you can't even see the gift God gave you because you're checking out their presents. Like, it don't work like that. No.
I gotta let it eat fruit and mind your business. I gotta let it air out. Like, you just dropped the mic like a whole lot of times. Like,
it's the ad-libs for me.
I gotta let it air, like, no, and
the ad-libs.
For the listen, for the lady, I missed her name because it scrolled that said replay. I always save it to the IGTV and it will be on the website at a later time. So, like, because I'm gonna have to replay this because I'm turning all these into tweets and captions and all the things.
I've been telling my staff to do that. Like, I create my own content. I'm like, if y'all ever listen to my interviews, because I say something new every time.
You do.
This would be some good.
I took the time to like watch your other videos, and like I'm sitting here like thinking, okay, like I know it's gonna be hard for her because she's done had this conversation, but nah, you're blowing my mind in a great, much needed way, you know. And what a perfect conversation to have on a Monday, like
to get y'all hyped up, get y'all started, repurpose every day. Listen, you don't know how long you got left, okay? Don't take your next second for granted. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. Like, be great to that. Like, why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Actually, honestly, perfection doesn't exist. The perfect time's not gonna come. The perfect outfit's not gonna come. The perfect moment's not gonna come. No. Don't wait for an opportunity. Create it. Like, all of the stuff that sounds so cliche is the very things that's going to change your life. It's very simple. Just be yourself. Those who don't accept you, they weren't made for you. Let them go. Okay, that's something that we struggle with. We hold on to stuff so long. Like, we can see the bad in everything, right? And just hold on to the good parts of it. He's such a bad person, but he's a good kisser. Or she's such a bad friend, but she answers when I need her sometimes. Like, we hold on to the little bit of good and overlook all of the bad. And the whole time, you blocking your blessings.
We are worth more than that, you know? It's very important. Now, another standard question we ask here, we have the 4 elements. Okay. You have earth, wind, fire, and water. No, sorry, earth, air, fire, and water. Excuse me. Which element do you feel like resonates or represents you the most, Jamisa, and why? And it doesn't have to be one. There's no right or wrong.
I would say earth. And I would say earth because it encompasses all the other elements. Because I'm fiery when I need to be. I'm as calm as water when it counts. And I'm cool as the air, too. Like, I'm a real cool person. Like, I'm real laid back and chill, too. So I would think earth because it has all of those things within the earth. Yeah.
You know, I never got that one before, but I love like
because I was trying to think about it, and really all of those things. Like when it's time to get it popping, I can turn up. That fire comes out, okay?
Yeah.
But I also know how to be nice too. Like the humbleness, I would say like that's water. It's calm. It's still. It don't have to do too much. You know how powerful the ocean is. The ocean is big enough to swallow us as a whole, but it doesn't. You might get a little waves here and there, but it just goes. And I do have those times for myself.
It does. It does. This is everything right now, Jimmy. So like, you are. I know we need our own goals, but I need to say this because tonight is about you and your flowers. Like, you are epic. You are truly amazing, Queen. Like, your energy, your glow. Like, I'm all the way here in Toronto, Canada, and I could feel it. Like,
I love it. I can't wait to go back to Canada. When I go back to Canada, I'm gonna give you a hug. I got some clients over there. I drove to Canada actually one time. It was crazy.
It's not crazy.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was a long road trip, but I liked it. But I just feel like energy is transferable. That's why I was saying when you say people who like fake numbers, it's only for so long you could pretend.
Yeah.
It's only for so long. Like you can't do that to yourself.
I'm not gonna pretend. It doesn't make sense to pretend. I find even like with my platform early on, I was trying to be like cookie cutter. Like I seen these girls with the perfect 3 and whatever, and I'm like, that's not me. Like, and the minute I just said, you know what, F it. Like, if people wanna accept me for who I am or not, I'm just gonna be myself. Like,
yeah.
And honestly, that's when things really started like super flowing for me, and I was like, wow.
Being yourself. You was being yourself. When you stop holding on to nonsense, you make room for the stuff that actually belongs there. Because I tried to conform in the beginning, too, a lot. Because I was the one, it was crazy. I was running mentorship groups and programs, but I had the most stuff. Like, I came with nonprofits. I'm looking for guidance. I came with nonprofits. And then I just always felt like I didn't fit in. I always, like, even now, I struggle with it. Like, you got the popular girls, you got the socialites, you got the influencers, and I don't fit in. And then I'm like, but you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to fit in. So I like represent the girls who don't fit in. Like, let's stand out together.
Jeez, I love that. I literally okay, forgive me. I went to an event over the weekend, and I'm very like introverted. Like people that know me, like, yes, I do interviews all the time, but I'm very like, it's very nerve-wracking for me. I just put up a really great front. But I went to the event planning to just be incognito in the corner by myself. Don't want, those moods. You don't want to talk to no one. You just want to be able to be there to say that you came to
show up so I'll get fired.
Yeah, and this queen came over to me like close to the end of the night, and she's like, I wanted to talk to you earlier, and your energy was just like speaking to me. And for me, that's crazy to hear because I do not, look at myself that way. You know what I mean? Like I'm very like super chill. So I'm just like, what are you saying right now? I don't take compliments well. So, I share that to say like, you never know who you're gonna bless, who you're gonna make feel what, whether it's positive or negative. So we must be very mindful of how we operate when we're out there. I wanna switch gears a little bit. I like to ask some fun questions. I am respectful of your time though, and I know Princess is now completely knocked out.
Yeah, so finally I get to clock out. Woo! So we can have fun. Come on, what's my fun question? We got the party girl. It's airtime.
Shout out to my best friend. She just had a baby, and she'll do like the mommy dance.
Yeah. When you get the baby to sleep, when you get the baby to birth, it be a small accomplishment. Because every new baby is like, it's like you're starting over. You forget everything about the last kid. You're like, what the hell? What time do babies go to sleep? It's crazy. So definitely, shout out to the mommy dads.
I've learned it. I respect you guys. Like, shout out to y'all. All the moms in here. Shout out to all of you guys. Now, I want to ask you, you know, if you look on my personal page, I love food. Like, food is life, clearly. Okay? I want to ask you, Jamisa, what did you eat today? And I need description. I need to be there.
It was so petty. Like, my day was filled with a lot of junk. I had fruit, but I had Olive Garden. I like soup a lot, but I had a taste for Alfredo. Now, I'm not going to say where the Olive Garden was at. The food that I got was nasty. I didn't like it.
Put them on blast.
I'm not even going, it's not, because it could have just been a bad day for them, but I had Olive Garden today, chicken gnocchi soup. I went to Rita's. I got a raspberry lemonade gelati. Did I have breakfast or did I skip breakfast? I ate fruit for breakfast. What was it? Like peaches, strawberries, stuff like that. But I like skipped the breakfast part because I was in mommy mood. You know, you jump up and like, homeschool, wait, what we doing? Did y'all eat? So I skipped breakfast. Yeah, my day was really like womp with food. But food is an adventure to me. So every day I eat something different. I'm a really good cook too.
I love that. What are you cooking? What are you cooking? What's like one of like the meals that you're like, I can make this?
I'm really versatile. But my pepper steak and rice, that's like my go-to because it's super quick. And it's super good. But then also I like the salmon that I put in the air fryer because that's really good too. And I travel a whole lot, so I'm really versatile in the meals that I make. I always try to recreate stuff. Like if I go to a restaurant more than 3 times, I Google the recipe. Like, how did they make this? No lie, I went to Cabo in September. So we stayed at a really, really nice hotel, and they made this red snapper, and I had it for like lunch before we left. I called them recently. I called Mexico. I cannot make this, I promise you. I called Mexico. Hi, listen, I stayed there not too long ago, and I had food. I wanted to know how it's made. They said, oh, we connect you to the restaurant. Like, they connected me to the restaurant.
That is lit.
Got on the phone with the people, and they really told me, oh, with the snapper, yeah, it's like a chili sauce. It's just not spicy because we use the yogurt with the Don't you know I got that snapper from the market fresh? Got my little lemon juice. I got the season that you use for like the butter chicken, the Indian food. Girl, I mean, my snapper wasn't they snapper, but it was good.
Well, I'm guilty. I love me the Jamaican style. I love me to fry up the fish till the tail is even crispy. But I'm versatile as well. But I love that, and I feel like people would assume like, oh, because you're a mom, you know how to cook. Like, nope. I know a lot of moms. They are not the ones cooking. Dad is holding.
That's like the opposite. When you're a mom, you don't have time to cook. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like, we still Chick-fil-A. I got my Chick-fil-A app. I got so many points. I could go get 10 free meals right now. Scan me. Scan. You know, so no, I don't think all moms know how to cook. I'm really good at it. It depends.
So let me ask you, Jamisa, if you could have any superpower for 24 hours, what superpower would it be, and why? I feel like you are superpowering yourself. You are so
seriously. I'm a Baxter number 22, so I feel like I am like Clark Kent. But
legit.
Damn it. What would I don't know. I would probably want to read people's minds.
Oh, what is that called? Telepathy?
That. I would want to read people's minds. Why would you want to read people's minds? Because the sooner I can figure out what people are really thinking, the easier it is to cut through the bullcrap. Like, can we get to the meat and potatoes? I feel like I like dancing, but dancing around conversation is not fun. Like, let me know if I belong here, if I should be doing, like, let's just get straight to it. I just feel like because you never know a person's intentions. And I am so genuine that I can't afford that all the time. Because I be like giving, and they be bad people sometimes. So, let me read your mind real quick. I would call everybody in my phone book and ask them a series of like 2 questions. You said I got 24 hours? Hey, so I just was wondering, what do you think about... Bang, got my answer, and I'll start checking them off.
Yeah. I would I've been really rocking with what is it called again? Oh, now it's slipping my mind. Is it transportation? Where basically you can snap and you're somewhere.
You want to teleport?
Yes, teleportation.
Where are you going?
I want to go to Bali.
So you gonna waste your superpower on taking a vacation? We could go to Bali, girl.
No, here's the thing though.
To change the world. We ain't
the flight is super long. You could cut out all of that and just end up right where you're supposed to be. That's the part about it.
That swing, you're right.
That's the part about it that I like. You just
right.
end up. But someone was educating me the other day because before I used to choose flying. Yeah. And they educated me on the story of is it Achilles? I hope I'm getting it right. Are you familiar?
Achilles was Hill, the warrior?
Yeah, I believe so. And then when he got the power, he went straight up and got burnt, you know? So I wanted, now I feel bad because you don't know the story. I don't want to like say it wrong, but pretty much
I would Google it, but I didn't know. Well, see, all I know about him is he got like dipped in some water or something, and that's why.
But when he got something with the power, but he flew straight up to the sun and ended up getting burnt. And that's to say, like, sometimes, like, every superpower, of course, has, like, another side to it. But as well, like, just because you could do something, it doesn't mean, just like you were saying earlier, and that's why I shared it, just because you have the power doesn't mean it always has to be used. And that's, like, the true power in itself, like, at times, you know? So
like I got the juice, but I ain't going to squeeze it.
Serious bars. Bars. So another question that I love to ask is, I need you to put your 4 up because one of your hands are occupied. And this is a question I ask every show. Okay, would you rather cut off both of your thumbs or a baby's foot? You do not know the baby. This is not one of your babies.
Would I cut off both of my thumbs or cut off a baby's foot? I will cut off the baby's foot. I will cut off. Wait, hold on. Do I gotta cut the baby's foot off like by myself? Like I gotta do it? Or
I don't feel like you do. I don't feel like you do.
Here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you why. If I cut off both of my thumbs, the rest of my life will be very difficult. Manage, yes. Difficult, yes. So I will keep my thumbs because I close deals with my thumbs, so I can make a lot of money with these thumbs. And depending on how they cut the ankle off, we can get that put back on. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for the healing, the surgery, the aftercare. I'll pay for it. Put the baby's foot back. I will pay for it.
Listen.
I will pay for it. I need my thumbs though.
Period.
My thumbs make the world a better place.
Period.
Listen, I could probably text with my, but I can't even hold the phone in this hand with just a, no.
You cannot.
The foot gotta go.
You cannot.
The foot gotta go. Look, they said not the baby. Y'all wanted me to lie and say, no, I'm not going to, no, y'all wanted me to lie, I'm not lying. I told y'all I'm transparent. That baby's foot has to go. But I'm gonna pay for the baby. Whatever comes with the care of that baby, it's on me. I got the baby forever. I'm gonna pay for the baby to go to college. I'm gonna pay for the baby. The baby can come live with me. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. Hop on over.
And I'm gonna love the baby.
Listen. 98% of my audience, including myself, Jamisa, said, chop off the baby foot. Chop
what kind of question is that? Why did you ask me that? I can't. Can we get another one? I didn't like that one. I feel like a bad person.
Let me save myself and say, let me save myself and say,
judging me because I thought I was cut the baby foot up. Then you got to look at me like a baby foot severer. Let me see. When they babies, they don't remember that. Real rap. That's why they circumcise babies. Seriously. Facts.
Seriously. Think about how traumatizing. Like, I remember one time I had this friend and she at first said she wasn't going to circumcise her baby, so they didn't do it at the hospital. And then, like, within the same week, she changed her mind, so she called me. And I'm like, I'm not friend. I'm going to be there to support you, but, like, god damn. And I went to her house and we literally... I had to hold the baby while she circumcised the baby, and like it was just
I don't know how they do stuff in your country. We don't even get to see it because it's so traumatizing for parents. It hurts the parents more. But I'm saying a foot because my neighbor had a situation where she had company in her house and they had like a futon and they went to close the bed up and it happened so fast the springs in the bed cut the finger off. She lost a whole ass finger. And they held the finger on there and wrapped it up really, really tight until they got to the ambulance. Oh my God. To the hospital, and they was able to put the finger back, and it works. The finger works. So I'm like, well, it can't be that much different.
Yeah, very true. And just to you know, when I say that, I don't mean the literal baby's foot. You know, you're speaking.
Oh yeah, because I love babies. I love all people that know me know I love babies though. Like I love babies. Of course. I love babies. So, I feel like that was a sick question. That was a.
I'll give you. I'm a bit of a weird thinker. Please forgive me.
It's okay because either way, I had my answer. But like now, I'm in here rethinking life. Like, damn, you a cut off a baby foot. Who are you? Like, I didn't even know myself before you asked me that. Like,
listen, they cut off our noses despite.
Seriously.
Okay.
They did a whole lot. They did a whole lot. But the thing is, they can't do to us what we don't allow. Like, they got this documentary coming out. It's called Buck Breaking. And I was like listening to the trailer and the previews, and I was just thinking, there is no way in hell. Like, I can't say what I would have did because I wasn't there. But in my heart of hearts, I knew it's just certain things I worth dying. It's just worth dying for. Like I said, you have to kill me because the torment. The only thing that can be worse than that is death. Yeah. The torment that they had to go through and experience. And for all of you guys who are on here, I want y'all to actually look it up. That's a real thing. And that's another reason why I go so hard. The way that they humiliated them and the way oh my God.
It's so
It makes me emotional as a parent of a son, as a wife of a black man. Like, when we think about that, it's like when you think about now, fast forward, we letting them do the same thing to us, just not physically.
Yep. Mentally. It's even worse.
Mentally, it's the same way because it's like when, you know, you tie an elephant to a chair. The elephant not going to move because they think, damn, I'm tied to the chair, I can't go. They don't understand that they are so much more powerful. Yo, we so much more, and we worth so much more than what we settle for. We are, and I'm not even talking about just like material things. I'm not talking about that. Not even just money. It's so much bigger than money. It's putting the pride back in your household. It's about dignity. It's about confidence. It's about experience. That's why I fly with our babies. We go. They have passports. Yeah, we eat different things. They eat with chopsticks. Yeah. When we go out, ain't no kids meal. If you want some steak, like high up. When I pick my son up, it's intentional. Yeah. We got different type of cars. I specifically pull up in the Tesla so them doors can go up. Y'all see this king getting out this car? You treat him like that. Yeah. I will go and make sure the car is charged. I hate charging my car. Literally. They'll see me like driving. They be like, your car got 10%. Mind your business. Mind your business. But I make sure that car is charged so I can drop my baby off. Yeah. So they can see how he coming. Yeah. Because I'm setting the expectations. I'm setting the standard for how you want to treat mine. Yeah. No, this is how it's coming. And I feel like we as people, we deserved it. Like we deserved it. Especially women. Yo, we are like the core of everything. There is nothing without women. Nothing. There's nothing without women. We were created because we were needed.
Shout out to all of our ladies. It's still Women's Month.
Literally. Child bearers, caretakers. We work so hard in the job. We make 70 cents every dollar that a man makes, and we still go and outperform. You think about what it means to be a woman. You think about that. How strong we are. Yeah. And we're walking around settling for $40. I wish I would ask somebody for $40. I wish. And not for nothing. If you need $40, that's okay. But you a $40,000 chick. What's $40 to you? What you want to do with $40, sis? Exactly. Seriously, like, I'm just here talking to all of y'all. Don't settle for a bag. If he can buy you a bag, he can help you get to the bag. Period. Don't settle for a car ride. Don't settle for just being on somebody's arm as a trophy. Don't settle for that. Don't settle for that. You're not a trophy. You the whole case. The whole case. You the whole case. I want y'all to know that, like, y'all here, and I see y'all in the comments, and y'all love me. Y'all like facts. Y'all the same. I know that I was a cashier. Ding. I'm ringing up groceries. Ding.
Yeah.
Bing. I could go buy a supermarket today. If one was for sale and I wanted it, I could get it. I'm no different. The only thing that's different between me and you is I believe in myself and I wasn't afraid to fail. I didn't care what people thought about me. I danced with nobody.
Even if you are afraid, even if you
I
are afraid, it doesn't mean you can't continue.
I mean, in some things, like I said, I'm scared of some things I do is scared. But what I was saying is I'm not afraid of how people look at me and perceive me. Yeah. Everybody fight their own demons and their own battles. Everybody shit stink. Everybody shit stink. Yeah. Even babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you guys can't be walking around doing it for people. Sometimes shut off the world. And this Instagram thing too, like it's a great tool because it connects us, but it can be so toxic. Exactly. You're looking at somebody's best picture from one of their best moments with their best filter. Yeah. And you're upset because your stomach ain't snatched. Girl, it's a waist trainer on the other side of that picture.
Sure.
You're looking at somebody's like beautiful face and you're upset because you don't look like that with a natural face. Girl, it's makeup.
It's makeup. It's makeup.
You're looking at somebody's big house. They skipped the part when they slept on the floor or on the air mattress. You guys are skipping steps. Y'all reading a book and skipping to the end of the story. Y'all cannot do that to yourself. Y'all cannot do that to yourself. There is a journey for all of us to take. Take that journey. Don't get so caught up in watching other people. And you're talking about somebody who's very successful. Instagram used to make me depressed. I'm like, damn, I'm doing all this hard work. I got all this money. I only got 10,000 followers. Like, I used to get so mad. I was so mad. Okay?
It doesn't mean anything.
I was pissed off. Then when I started thinking about it, I'm like, yo, people buying followers. Or this person got followers because they're doing this and you're not doing it. So now you start asking yourself, you want to sell your soul for it? What it really mean to you? Exactly. And when you start asking yourself those questions and you put it in perspective, you realize it's not worth it. But I really want y'all, while y'all on here, while y'all up, before y'all go to sleep tonight, I want y'all to literally just write down one thing that you really, really want to do or really, really always wanted to do that you didn't get done. And I want you to write the 3 reasons why you didn't get it done. And by tomorrow morning, you need to have a plan on what one step you're going to take to get it done.
To get it done. Facts.
One thing. Just one thing. And when you get that one thing done, chain of command. The next thing won't pop up for you. God help those that help themselves. Stop waiting for help. Ain't no such thing as help. You are the help. I'm sorry. Cause I feel like they're in here and we loving on each other. And they're like, yes, yes, yes. And I'm like, all right. But I want that for y'all too. Like, I love that y'all root for me and I love that support. But you got to clap for yourself too. Y'all are worthy of the applause. Y'all worthy of it. Y'all got to know that. Y'all have to really know it. And I'm not just saying it because I'm bored.
No. I believe you, sis. Like,
you got to know that. Y'all got to really know that. The line is so thin between failure and success, happiness and sadness. It's that one decision. It's that one block number. Block that number, sis. Block that. When the passion turns into toxicity, block the number, sis.
Block it.
How your husband gonna come if you still playing with Johnny? Block the number, sis. Leave that job, sis. And you leave the job, sis. Y'all gotta do what you gotta do. Seriously. And do it, too. Gotta do it.
You gotta do it. That's the thing. Faith without works is dead. You gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. Absolutely. Wow. Like, honestly, Jamisa, I could talk to you forever. Like, and I'm sure you get that a lot. How do you deal with that? You know, because being such a light to others, like, it can be draining for you. Yeah. Like, you're human at the end of the day. What is maybe something, because self-care is definitely important, especially on the entrepreneurial route. What is something that, you know, you could say you do to help keep you feeling lifted, keep your frequency high?
I get off Instagram. My followers will tell you I won't post in 3 weeks. They'll DM me like, are you okay? Where are you? Oh, I'm over here doing something. Like, don't post. Don't respond to DMs sometimes. Like, I mean, I know that sometimes it's customers, but like, I delegate. I like massages. They work really well for me. I like facials now too. So
sorry, you like what?
I like facials now. So I'll do like a spa day, which is mani, pedi, massage, and a facial. and they give you lunch at the spot that I go to. Sometimes it's me going to the range. I like driving though. I'm gonna start this new thing, my car chronicles, okay? Because being in the car is therapeutic. I have for my kids in the car. I think that we don't give enough credit to the car or the closet, because sometimes I'm a closet girl. I'll go in my closet. But just making time, whether it's 1 o'clock in the morning, whether it's 3:30 in the afternoon, whatever. You just got time to make time for yourself. So self-care is really important. But just knowing when to shut down and restart. That's it. Sometimes it's in the middle of the day too. If I want to take a bath with candles at 3 o'clock and close my curtains, well, that's what we're gonna do then.
No, it's facts. I remember speaking with one of my girls. Shout out to you, Killa. We call her the Oracle because like she reminds me of the Oracle in the Matrix. She's similar to yourself, just forever dropping gems. You're just talking, you don't even realize like what you're saying, you know? But she was speaking the other day to say like that's what it's been for her. Like the vision of just knowing when you are the tortoise, when you are the hare, what role it is that you are in life, and being comfortable in that and knowing what your race is. It's not what everyone else's is. So whether that's if you get up in the morning and your body says, you know what, you could use about 2 to 3 more hours, that's okay as long as you don't have somewhere to be. If you wake up and your body says, you know what, instead of chicken today, let me have a fish with a bed of veggies. Listen to your body. If you want to go for a walk, like whatever
it is that you want, yeah.
Not even the want. I feel like our body tells us, like just like you're saying, if it's like time to take a nap, like I find I used to beat myself up so much because living with my mom, you know, when I was younger, I'm still young, but like we're around the same age, where it's just like she's always like, you can't sit still. Oh, you can wash the dishes. Oh, you can like always, you know, she comes from that serious old school. Right. And then now being in my own space, like having to let myself know it's okay. Like it doesn't mean you're not doing something if you sit down.
You're not lazy if you take a break. No. So it's either be lazy and take a break or be foolish and burn yourself out. You got options. Your body's a machine. So
no, it is. And shout out to Jamila Hendricks. Keep going, Queen. The journey doesn't stop, so keep going. Shout out to you. No, Jamisa, I know your arm has to be tired. I'm being selfish, but I
was saying, no, look, I told you I'm transparent. If I was like ready to go, I'd be like, look, it's been real. I'm out. And to be quite honest, I'm used to this. I told you I had 4 babies. She's the youngest.
Yeah.
So I'm used to this. But if you're ready to wrap it up, it's a pleasure either way. I was having fun. This was great.
I could honestly talk on. Like, to be honest, don't tempt me. Do not tempt me. But you know,
I'm serious because I think like people need it sometimes.
They do.
And look, see, it wasn't the end of the world either. She played, she made noise, she was disruptive, and she went to sleep. We conquered. I just showed y'all how to conquer something. Effortlessly. Just like this.
Mommy dance. Literally. No, it is a much needed conversation because especially more than ever now, you know, I hear
a lot.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like not like people would look at me and be like, oh, Kate, like no. I still gotta have conversations like this, and I never know when it's just gonna hit for me and speak to my like inner beings and soul, and vice versa, you know. And it's just like, don't waste no time with negativity. It's not easy, it's hard, but it's a lifestyle that I'm definitely committed to, and extended that to the world because there was a time when things were super, super bad, like
right,
no questions asked, you know. But like you were speaking on earlier, there comes a time when you are the help. You got to make that decision to be like, this isn't it no more. I'm not going to live like this anymore.
Right.
What is one of the things that you feel like when you're out there and you're telling people this and they're like, yeah, I know, but like the excuses. You showed here tonight. People can go and replay this interview as soon as we are done tonight. You show them tonight. Listen, the kids are gonna do what kids do.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not big on, hey, be quiet. If your kid is somewhere quiet, that's weird. Something's wrong with your kid. Why is your kid not talking? I don't know. But I just feel like everything is not for everybody. But I do like to present the opportunity to everybody. So I just feel like if I show you, then you can see it can be done. Because who am I to just tell you blah, blah, blah? So I can say anything. But if I show you, it makes more sense. If I show you, it will resonate with you more. The more that I give you myself, me and the things that I do.
That was my self-care. So I have a timer on all different sections of my phone. So that's another hack. And I know the question was for me. It just came up. So it was telling me my limit was done for, I give myself a certain allotted time for all the social medias. And that's it. My phone, but this is worth it. this is worth it.
Don't make a rule breaker on my court, but all I was saying is
that's for like the nights when you're just watching stories and your ass.
The stuff you fill in your head with stuff.
Yeah, seriously, right? But as you were saying, Queen, I just want to put that out there. That's one of my self-care tools. I put a timer on certain things on my phone.
That works. I put a timer for all kinds of stuff. It works.
Yes.
Because we pay so much for these iPhones, make it work. Make it work. Like, okay.
Facts.
Siri, remind me of this. Get Siri. She's my assistant to an extent.
Don't let the phone work you. You work the phone.
Absolutely. Because we get so caught up. Like, it's a tool at the end of the day. Use it as such. But yeah, that's it. I just feel like I can show people better than I can tell them. Because I can tell you anything. So if I'm showing it, then it's like, okay, maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah. So when it comes to like Rosebud investments and the plans that you have for the future, not that you necessarily have but where do you see this going? What is your vision ultimately, like moving forward, like in 2060, when we're seniors, we're about 70 something.
At 70 something, I feel like I'm gonna have a bunch of rich grandkids. I feel like
love it.
I'm gonna be like living in different places. So like maybe Santorini for a month, maybe Africa for a month, like just traveling around, really just having peace. Like that's my ultimate goal. And then having a tribe of individuals that I created, like, so the rich friends that I'm calling at that point, I help them get rich.
Yeah.
I'm like, all these random new people, by the time we're 70, we're a thing now, we're friends now. Yeah. And the things that I'm teaching them to do now will pay off. So when they're 70 and we're having conversations, it's like, yeah, I just left Madagascar, girl, I wouldn't go there. But you do have to try Bali, because I just left. And I helped them get there. Like, I helped them get there. That's what it is for me. Just having, like, a fulfilled life. Making sure that everybody in my family is, like, fully secure and taken care of. Because I understand that everything's not for everybody. And one thing that I can say about...
Did you feel like you always understood that?
No. I used to get mad when people would come to me for advice and not take it. Oh, I would be so mad. Like, I just told you I have the answer. Break up with them. And they wouldn't listen, and I would get mad. I stopped speaking to them. They would break up with them like 8 months later, and I'd be like, but it wasn't their time. Like, things don't work on your time. It wasn't their time. So I do understand it, but I still feel like everybody deserves to have some sense of stability. So just making sure I leave the breadcrumbs so people could, like, just know. So, like, all right, I'm leaving because I can't wait for you. But when you're ready, here's the trail and here's the path.
It is frustrating. I love that vision a lot. And it's definitely going to happen. No questions asked.
Yeah, for sure. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. I live the life of a retired 40-year-old now, so I can't say it very much different when I'm 70. But I know it's possible, and I know it's possible for people too. Yeah. And one thing that I can say about our oppressors, right? I ain't gonna call them different colors because I don't want to end up on a blog site, but they might not like each other. They might not always agree with each other. They might not even be able to stand in the same room with each other sometimes. When it comes to business and working together for the greater good and the next step, they do it. Maybe people don't care. Like dad had an uncle that's a drunk, dad had a brother that's a screw up, dad had a sister that's a vixen. When it comes to moving that last name forward, we gonna come together. Whether it be an exploitation, whether it be the trust fund kid that we gotta drag along, but when it comes to our name and our legacy, we gonna move forward. And I feel like I want to show that to people. So I don't mind being in rooms with people who's not my friend. I don't mind standing next to a girl that don't like me. I mean, I like everybody, but if you don't like me, that's cool too. But for the business and the greater good, you know, let's move forward. And I want to kind of show that too, that there's no point in being in competition with each other. The bags don't matter. Nothing that we can do to compete.
The higher you get up, the only color that matters is green.
And that's the thing. Nothing that we can do to compete with each other matters, because the things we're using to compete with each other with don't belong to us. We buying Chanel bags, that's right on. We buying foreign cars, a black person didn't make it. We flexing on it. You get what I'm saying? Nothing that we flexing with belong to us. Oh, my house was so big. It was built by the Toll brothers. They're white. They're brothers. You know, so anything that we using to compete with each other don't even belong to us. So how you flexing with somebody else's stuff? They don't care about you. So I can't flex on you. You can't flex.
And it's just, when you flex, you gotta keep up with.
And it's just so corny, because the only way that you can really flex is when you get to that point where you building your own, you your own architect, you got your own plane, you got your own. But if you got that much, it's nutty for you to shit on the next person who don't got it. It's your job now to put her on.
Exactly. So, honestly, that's why, like, you know, last year when the pandemic kind of first started, like, I love seafood. Like, seafood is life for me, you know?
I'm allergic.
And I was like, I eat, like, when I make it, and shout outs to, what's that lady's name? And she had the sauce and the Be Love sauce. And then I figured out how to, like, kind of make my own rendition at home, since we're both foodies, right? But it was like, I was like, you know what? I noticed, like, when I was posting on social media, like, people are kind of, like, not bad-minding, but you get what I'm saying? And I slowed down. Like, I already don't really show much of my personal life, but, like, then I really slowed down off of that, because I looked at it, I said, you know what? This is my real life. This is my regular life. Like, I chose to, like, let y'all into a glimpse into, like, my reality. This isn't like I'm doing this to put on social media, you know? And it's just, it's very important to remain humble. Like, I could come on to here. Yes, I do my makeup, but the jewelry, you know what I mean? All the things was just like, what's the point? When you're really comfortable within and you're really trying to
it's like you
add value.
Are you doing it for? Are you doing it for yourself? Or are you doing it for the people?
Exactly.
That was it. Like, I was super high. I was like, because it's the whole thing here. I keep the heat on 90. Do not judge me. Don't want to hear it. I'm like, oh my god, you're sweating. They gonna see you sweat. I'm like, yo, people sweat though. Like, so what? You get what I'm saying? It's just certain things that just don't matter. It's like we get so caught up in creating a perfect image. Yeah. That we miss everything. You can't even enjoy the interview because you try to be uptight and upright. It's weird, yo. Life is really weird for that. Life is too short to be playing. Like, life is too short. So I'm living it to the best of my ability, because anytime it's time for me to really go, I want to be able to make sure I'll be like, all right, I did that. Oh, you ate that, girl. Like, I want it to not be, damn, I should have did this. Damn, I wish I would have did that. Damn, I did. Like, I want to spend more time enjoying than, like, speculating.
No, it's very true.
Yeah.
It's very true. And I'm wishing for all of you guys that are, like, tuned in, for, you know, just we really all get to break these generational curses in our family and really win and get real estate and learn the game and really make a better future for our, like, tomorrows and our todays, because, like, it's real. And if COVID hasn't showed people that, like, I've always been a nerd. I've always looked into things happening in the world, you know what I mean? But, like, when you look at things and they could literally say you cannot leave here, a lot of people were woken up, and a lot of people were like, whoa.
You realize how much control you don't have over your life. Like how you stuck in the sit. Like I was saying that either you are an essential worker or you were non-essential. Non-essential meaning you didn't matter, you didn't have a job. I don't care how you're gonna eat and feed your family. Or essential meaning you're disposable. Come be around sick people. You don't have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you was an entrepreneur that was like, I'm gonna go to sleep until this is over. I had her at home in the pool. I was able to hire a nurse and a doctor to be like I did. And it was still COVID, so I couldn't do certain things. You just supposed to be outside without a mask. Like, it was certain things, but the level of freedom that I had no choice but to be grateful and just to be at peace. Just thinking about everybody who was really suffering. It was, like, crazy to me. And I'm like, yo, what? Oh, they gonna give you a forbearance on your mortgage, but then you can never refile? Like, they just use this as serious control. And they just was like, yo. And I say it all the time, what you don't own, you don't control. And that goes for everything. The house you live in, your time, okay, your peace, your health. You don't have no options because you don't have no money. And you don't have no money because you letting them dictate how much they're going to give to you. And you can barely save because you got to spend it on the stuff that they give to you. It's mandated. It was a mess.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. You know, so let's be prepared. Let's tap in with Jamisa. Let's be aware. Let's be thankful. Let's not be bad mind. For those of you that don't know what bad mind means, let's not be a hater. You know, and let's just be real, because more than ever, like, one of my favorite movies, have you watched like Hunger Games?
Part of it, but I know what I read the book, so I get the concept, but I know what it was.
I literally feel like the world is like, that's what it's turning into. You know what I mean? And like, when I look at Hunger Games and like, you have the elite that.
Okay. Because no, that's not what the world is turning into. That's what the world has always been. We have always been leveraged. It's crazy. It's just that with social media, with stuff getting a little out of control, we get to see it, but it was always the Hunger Games. You think about that. You think about how they have welfare, child support. If a woman can't take care of her child by herself, it's called child support. That's what it's called. If a dad has a kid and is by himself, they're not going after the woman. The system is designed to break families apart, to destroy households. They give you welfare just a little bit to get you by, to keep you under control. Yeah. You're not worried about getting rich if you get $1,000 in food stamps. Oh, I get free food. You're not worried about getting to the next level if you're getting Medicaid. You don't care about insurance because it's free. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? It has always been there. They always been controlling us. It's been a thing. Yeah. They give you WIC. They give you WIC. Nothing on WIC is healthy. You get milk, you get cheese, all the stuff you ain't supposed to eat where it's supposed to be vegan. Naturally, if you think about what dairy does to you, if you think about that type of stuff, everything that they've ever done for us was never for us. It was never for us. Are you talking about a person who had an access card? I'm not above it. I got my food stamps. Yeah. Don't you know if I got comfortable with them food stamps, I would have never started looking for better? Exactly. They give you Section 8. Why would they give you Section 8 but give you such a hard time with an FHA loan for you to own your house? Why would they do that? Right. They don't want home ownership. They don't want generational wealth. They want to give you Section 8 and have you on there so long that you're so comfortable. But with Section 8, they control you. They tell you who's supposed to be in your house, who can live in your house. Oh, if this person's here, you're going to lose your voucher. Like, it's all controlling. You're not supposed to have good credit. That's why they give you student loans in a heartbeat for a degree that you probably don't need. And if you get the degree, you're going to work for somebody like me who dropped out. Okay? But they're not going to give you a small business loan. They're not going to give you that. So it's been the Hunger Games. We just get to watch it now.
Yeah, it's real. No, for real. I agree. I'm like, looking at it, I'm just like, it's for real. And it's going to take certain people out of their sectors to rise up and stand up. And Queen, you're rising up and you're standing up and you're not withholding the information for yourself. And it's very important that, you know, also that you're giving out useful information.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it's not
laughing at her. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at her. She talking about take your time past this
yes,
shit.
yes. Cause it's a fact. Like you be preaching today, girl. Today, like I definitely am going to be rewatching this like 2 to 3 times to take back all of these notes. It's truly a blessing to meet people like you, Jamisa, for real.
It's an honor
Because
to be here.
sorry, love.
I said thank you, but it's an honor to be here. Like anytime I get to share, it's like planting seeds. Cause
It
somebody might
is.
listen to this interview a year from now, and it's gonna be exactly what they need to hear at that time. So I
It
always
is.
take the time because it's important. It's bigger than me. This mission not just about me. That's why I don't stop.
Whew, it's bigger than me. That's why I don't stop. For real. That's the stuff that keeps us up late at night. That's the stuff that has you saying, all right, let's do this. You get like 2 seconds, 5 seconds max, and then you're back at it again because we can't stop. Women are like the everything.
Yeah.
We are the everything. I want to share with you, you know, and to all of you guys in here, I always kind of share this, but it's something that I truly do rock with, where, you know, the element question that I had asked you, I'd asked shout outs to Ty Woods, a lady that I spoke with a couple of months, and we were speaking about the process of making gold, you know?
Right.
And when you when you look at the process of making gold, it's literally, you can YouTube it, it's submerged in fire. Like submerged in fire. Like there's no escaping it. And then, you know, when the gold is now out of the fire, it's perfect. It looks unscathed. It looks nothing like what it has just gone through. And Jamisa, you are pure gold. And you ladies are here tonight, Natara, Wada, let's shout some of these ladies out. Not for real. Like you guys are pure gold. Queen 908, like I don't even want to, because I don't want to accidentally lose. I don't want to cover your face, but like we are pure gold. And I know at times it's truly hard as entrepreneurs, when you are the help, when you are the one breaking the generational curse, to like hold that, you know, but take that, submerge yourself in it, remind yourselves, queens, because we're gonna make it. We're all gonna win. And we're all going to be super successful, and not in the way that Instagram shows it, but that like that success
Real
within.
way, the real way.
You know, like look at this. You got three other generations are away from you right now, but you got one generation right here,
Right.
and you're able to look at that, and like just you even holding your beautiful child in your arms and being able to speak this life to us, also to her, and she's like, whew.
Now just make me cry. I can't.
I'm sorry.
I'm such an emotional person. Don't be making me emotional.
It's
That's
just,
that's enough to get me off your live. You get emotional, I'm out of here.
all right. Nah, for real, queen. Like you're so needed, and I love the community you have. Like for real, for real.
And it's crazy because it's a blend of both worlds. Like earlier, I don't know if everybody's still on it, but because the phone is a little far from me, but it was people that I know that watched me like grow up. We grew up together, and then it was new people, and for everybody to be here to acknowledge and appreciate, it's like it feels good because being genuine gets overlooked. It's not cool. It's not popular. You got to be a thing. You got to be like a creative player, right? Mm-hmm. So to see people like, no, that's really her, that know me, and to see people who just met me that still loves me all the same, that means a lot. Because that's like, keep going. Like you can't compare that to 1 million followers. Like forget 1 million followers. I'll take the real. I'll take that.
Every time. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. I want to ask you, you know, we're here, we've been talking, it's almost 100 minutes, like girl, I feel like I know you even though I don't be knowing you, and I want to extend to you, is there anything that you want to ask me or ask us here in the audience, extend to us that you want us to answer here tonight, because I have been asking you and you've been pouring into us and you've been giving us all this fruit tonight, and I just feel like it's only fair that you can ask something of us, anyone in the audience. You gave us homework. I'm definitely
I
gonna
did. Yeah, I better do it too, because I want to know. Seriously, I want to, because we need more success stories opposed to sob stories.
We do.
If I had to ask you a question, my question would be like, what do you do it for? Like, you host these interviews, you interview great women. Like, what does it for you? What keep you up at night?
Jeez. Ooh. You just. Well, to be honest, like I was sharing earlier, you know, it's the fact of like I was really going through depression, you know, anxiety, panic attacks. I'm sure you ladies in here can relate to some degree, even though that's something I don't want us to relate on, but it's real. And it was a time in my life where it was just like I had no idea how to get better. None. Yeah. I was super stuck. I was all of the things, you know? And finally, I got on a path, decided to be my help, and I got on a path and I started looking for women like yourself, looking for just energies and souls that can just share something to make me feel like it's still worth being here. And that is slowly how Downtown Don't Waste No Time with Negativity started, because I was searching for inspiration and motivation and help and guidance, not necessarily to be a business mogul like yourself, but just to
be real. Just to be like, because sometimes you don't know how to be. Like, you need a person to say it's gonna be okay, because it's not like you said, it's not about being a business person, it's not about money, it's not. Sometimes just being yourself. We sometimes need an okay to be yourself. Like, you need somebody to say, like, girl, it's okay. Oh, you messed up, it's gonna be okay. That's why I should listen. My anxiety was through the roof.
Therapy is major key.
This is like my weed pen. It's like THC or something. I got it from the dispensary, right? Because I had to calm myself down. I had to calm my thoughts. And then, you know what I said? I said, you should just get a therapist. And you should get a real therapist too. Now, for me, it's like, when you're really smart, you're talking to certain people, they're like, you got it figured out. No, I had to get a therapist that was going to curse me out. And tell me, like, this is it. This is what you're doing. She told me, she said, you are one of the most beautiful abusers that I've ever met.
Wow.
I said, what? Like, I don't hit people.
Yeah.
So you are very abusive to yourself. You just keep pushing yourself. Keep going, keep going. And I was like, damn, she right. She had to give me permission to slow down.
Wow.
She had to give me permission, because I'd just be going and going and going. So, like, first of all, just giving you your kudos for being transparent, because it's definitely worth being here. The light that you are, people need that. Like, you're bringing me to people who've never heard me. You connected. You made a new friend in me, because I actually like you. It was a very easy. That would be like 15 minutes in and out. No, this person's weird. I don't like it. So this was really good. But I just think mental health is the last thing on a black woman's mind, but it is the first thing that needs to be. We do not focus. We talk about self-care, and we spend so much time on fixing the outside. Beat face, nice body, nice clothes, hair laid, lace wear, all that. But your mind not right. And no matter how good you look on the outside, that is not going to help how you feel on the inside. The fact that you said that and you were strong enough to find it, you created what you needed.
Oh, the journey was not easy. And I don't want to, Natara, I don't want to go over your question. What is one of the first things that I did? Journaling.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things for me. Something about, I was writing a lot of toxic shit. I was half the stuff, I don't even think the words fully formed. You know, when you're writing, but you're writing so fast.
You're just getting it out.
You're just getting it out. So that was definitely, and I had to recognize my toxic relationship with food.
Yeah, that's the thing. Especially during COVID, it was nothing else to do but eat. And so, like, you have a toxic relationship with food. I have a toxic relationship with spending. When my feelings hurt, I'm gonna drop a bag.
What's
Like,
Amazon
if
saying?
you see me with a Birkin, somebody hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Wrong. Because outside of that, I'm so frugal. So just recognizing it and acknowledging it and confronting it. Yo, listen, y'all. We gonna fall short. We are allowed to fall
It's
short. We
okay.
are so many things for so many people, and we hold so much stuff together. You have the right to not be okay. I'm giving you permission. You don't got the right to stay in that space, but you have a right to break down so that you can rebuild. You have the right. Because if you take that away from yourself, right, you're going to break down anyway. And you're going to break down to a point that you can't rebuild. So be aware.
That's what it
Get
was.
out.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you. You're not crazy. Talk to somebody. Not your friends. Talk to a professional. You know why? Because your friends and your family are going to give you their perspective from their experience.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody that's completely unrelated. It's okay to get them. It's okay to smoke weed. I mean, I ain't going to do it all the time because I start tripping. But get some weed if that's what's going to calm you down. Take a walk if that's what's going to calm you down. Do yoga if that's what's going to calm you down. It's okay to take yourself out of the space so that you can see it for what it is. Because once you get out of it, you realize A, it's not that bad, or 2, it's not something that can't be fixed. But when you in it, you can't see it. So please just take yourself out of a situation sometimes. Because if you're no good for yourself, you're no good for nobody. If you tell yourself that anything other than that, you're lying. You mentally crazy trying to raise kids.
Facts. And Natara, I just want to say, like, I don't even know what to write. Something that truly, that's the whole point of, like, just, it doesn't have to make sense. You don't have to start, like, once upon a time. Like, you don't. You literally.
No, I would literally start with, I don't know what to write.
Yeah, literally.
There's nothing on my mind right now. I'm going the fuck crazy. Right there. Write how you feel. You know how you feel.
Yeah.
The words don't even make sense. Nobody's reading it. It's for you.
And that's where the clarity starts to come in, because that's actually perfect. Just start by saying, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to say. And you're gonna see what keeps following, and just leave yourself down. Because, like, another thing that someone told me actually yesterday, that I didn't do, they said, kind of, if you can, I don't know everyone's sleeping situation, but if you can, like, keep a pen and, like, something to write on right next to you. So right when you wake up in the morning, just start writing. Because sometimes maybe what was happening in your sleep, it may come out on paper or help to give you a more clear mindset how to operate for your day. You don't have to do that, but that's just something that, help your kids to get through.
Use your assistant, Siri. That's what I mean as your assistant. Use them voice notes. Girl, get it out.
That as well.
Because I forget real fast, so I'm quick to push the button. And then go backwards, because sometimes my thoughts come to me so fast. Like, I understand why they said Albert Einstein was crazy. When you're a genius, it comes out as insanity. Because there's no way to articulate every single thought that's running through a person's mind.
No.
And be able to write it out. Because once you write in one word, you're thinking about writing, so you're forgetting what you were thinking originally. Just say it, right? And stop putting, like, labels or, like, rules on stuff. Who made them rules? We following rules.
Another thing too.
Would you eat food if it was sitting on the sidewalk? If you had some food, not on the sidewalk because the ground is dirty. If you walk into your favorite restaurant and they set you at a table with food, would you just eat it? You didn't order that. Would you just eat it? It was sitting there already when they set you down. Would you eat it?
No.
So why are you following rules that somebody else made? You ain't about to eat nothing that somebody else just. You don't know where that came from. You ain't gonna deal with it. But we following our life with rules and we don't even know where they came from.
And the expectations the expectations as well. Like, we have to set realistic goals. Yes, we have dreams, but also, like, be realistic with, That's why I love, way earlier in the conversation, I'm not even sure if those people are still here, right? But, like, when you said there's 4 types of people in the world, and I was like, at first you said, like, 4 types, but then when you broke it down, I was like, real facts, like, those are the 4 types. And it's like, don't put that expectation on yourself, because there's nothing in life that you cannot come back from.
Absolutely.
Like, nothing. You can't come back from. And listen, girl, this community right here is all y'all. This is like such a powerful I needed this. I'm happy that you guys are feeling like the same. If you could say another lesson that maybe you feel like you learned from your grandmother, because she seems like she's a very wise woman.
I would say
it shouldn't.
I would really just say like not to take life for granted, or don't let fear. I would say from her I learned not to let fear allow me to die with a wish list. And I say that because the same house that made me a multimillionaire and like saved all these generations, that was the same house she lived in. I didn't sell it much longer after she died. She could have did what I did, but her words to me was, keep this house, this is all we have. And that's what she knew. Yeah. But grandma, no, it's not all we got. That's all we got because that's all we choose to have. So I would say what I learned from her was, first of all, God,
that's all we got because that's all we choose to have.
Yeah.
I be getting excited. You keep going. You keep going, Queen.
Sorry, y'all.
For real.
Yeah, that was my phone. That's it, really. It's not taking life for granted. And she died. It's so many things she probably didn't see, didn't try, didn't do, didn't go. Like, she didn't travel the world. She didn't have a passport. But she could have. Because if it was only just money, well, grandma, you had that. You know, you could have sold your own house and then reinvest. You could have did that.
Yeah.
But you couldn't see that far. So I'm never going to let my future be determined on what I can't see. I'm going to just create it.
Exactly.
Like, forget what I can't see. When nothing is certain, everything is possible. So I'm just going to make it.
Yeah. Whew. When nothing is certain, everything is possible. You hear that, pumpkin? She asleep, but she hear it though. I love it. No, oh my God. Like, ooh, this is amazing. Okay. So we're going to end out tonight, but I do want to say, I know like how we connected, but if ever you want to have like a conversation again, of course off, but like on IGTV, like I am definitely like open to doing this again with you, because Queen Talk, that's what I'm calling tonight, Queen Talk.
That's what it was. You're amazing. I mean, you gave me a lot of flowers, but I gotta share some of that bouquet with you. Okay. If it's a dozen, we gonna break them down 6 and 6, because you were really transparent, easy to talk to. Like, it was a genuine thing. Like, everybody set expectations. Like, you like, I'm about to talk to her. What if she like this? What if she like, that goes through everybody's mind. But to really step into a space and give yourself, that's really rare these days. We give a body, we give a face, but we ain't giving ourselves. Yeah. But you did it. So it was a pleasure. We could definitely do it again.
We can. Oh my God.
And so what comments for me? Look, let me see what y'all was over here talking about. Y'all was saying,
no, I'm gonna save it, guys. I'm gonna save it. So while you're reading the comments, what's the plans for the rest of the night, Queen?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
No, I said while you're reading the comments, what's the plans for tonight?
Oh, I'm gonna put her in the bed. I'm gonna go spend time with my husband. See, I was balancing all day. Like, loving him for 20 minutes. Every babe, I gotta go walk the dog. I did all kinds of crazy stuff. So we'll probably watch something really funny and eat snacks, because that's our thing. Yeah, that's it. Really. It's over for me. It's 10:58.
No, I love that.
Early in the morning to get ready. You know, I'm a first grade teacher. You know, homeschooling be getting the best of us. So, yeah, that's really it. It's over. I'm going to go upstairs, put her in her crib, go in my room, just call it a night. God, pray, of course.
I think
reflect on what I'm grateful for, show gratitude, and then that's it.
I love that. You know what? We should all do that tonight, guys. So at some point before we go to our bed, whether it's the notes on your phone or you have time to write it down, let's put like 3 things that we're grateful for. It could be as simple as having like ketchup in the fridge. I do not care. Like,
Yeah, let's do it.
be grateful
And then
for.
tomorrow, this gonna be our renegade. So tomorrow, I gave y'all homework. Tomorrow, I want y'all to post in your stories. Make sure y'all tag both of us. I want y'all to post in your stories that one thing. I'm going to. And it could be our secret. Don't nobody know what we talking about. Don't nobody know why y'all tagging us. It's only us here right now. It's 46 of us. Tomorrow, 48 of us, I'm sorry. Tomorrow, I want to see it. I want to see your stories. I want to see what y'all going to do different. Because I didn't want you to spend all this time with me for no reason. I want tomorrow.
I got mine. So
Okay, and I'm not bougie. I respond to DMs and comments. I ain't bougie. I want to see.
Neither
So I
am
want to know
I.
that one thing. Here's the homework again. The homework is that one thing that you always wanted to do, or that you still want to do, that you never got a chance to do. Whatever that was. I don't care if it was, I wanted to be a choreographer when I was little. Okay? I don't care. So whatever that one thing is, I want y'all to, because I really could dance too, it's crazy. I want y'all to write whatever that one thing is and share that with us. But the real homework is write the 3 things that stopped you from doing it. And then write that one thing that you're going to do different to get to where you were supposed to be. All along. So that was that.
I love that.
Okay. Well, thank you. It was a pleasure. I love you guys.
I'm
out of here. Look, ring light off. World is over. It's done. But it was a pleasure.
You have a wonderful night with the fam. Thank you for your time. Truly,
you do the same, guys. Good night.
Good night. Guys, this has been another amazing conversation of Downtown. Don't waste no time with negativity. We have been in here tonight with Jamisa McIvor. Thank you guys so much for your time. Continue to eat fruit, mind your business. Love and light to you guys. Be safe, and let's do our homework. Good night.